Your product might look profitable on paper, but if you're ignoring tariffs, you're losing money before your shipment even lands. I'm Galen, founder of Pacific Prep Services. We work with brands navigating Amazon FBA, DTC, and retail channels every single day. And one of the sneakiest margin killers we see over and over is duties and tariffs that were completely avoidable. This video is going to show you how they work, where sellers mess up, and what the smart ones are doing to cut costs and stay compliant. Let's start with the basics. Every product imported into the US is assigned something called an HTS code, short for Harmonized Tariff Schedule. This code determines what duty rate applies to your product. It's like the category Amazon puts your listing in, but it determines what customs charges you, and that can be anywhere from 0 to 50% or higher. For example, import a ceramic mug under the wrong code and you might pay 28% duty. Use the correct one with the right description, maybe it's 0%. Most Amazon sellers don't even realize they're overpaying. They just let their supplier slap a code on the invoice and call it a day, and that's a mistake. Here's where things get expensive fast. If your product is misclassified under the wrong HTS code, you're automatically overpaying duties on every single unit, and it can add up. 10% on a $4 landed cost, you just gave away 40 cents per unit. 20% on a $2 item could be more than your net margin. We've seen sellers misclassify insulated tumblers as steel thermoses and get hit with a 25% tariff when they could have imported them as household tableware at 0 to 5%. It's not just about being accurate, it's about being strategic, because there's often more than one legitimate code you can use, and the difference between them can be thousands of dollars. Here's where things get expensive fast. If your product is misclassified under the wrong HTS code, you're automatically overpaying duties on every single unit, and it can add up. 10% on a $4 landed cost just gave away 40 cents per unit. 20% on a $2 item could be more than your net margin. We've seen sellers misclassify insulated tumblers as steel thermoses and get hit with a 25% tariff when they could have imported them as household tableware at 0 to 5%. It's not just about being accurate, it's about being strategic, because there's often more than one legitimate code you can use, and the difference between them can be thousands of dollars. Now you might be thinking, isn't this my supplier's job or my freight forwarder's? The short answer is no. Most Chinese suppliers just copy paste the same HTS code they've used for years. They don't care what it costs you, they just want it to clear customs. A freight forwarder's job is to move your shipment from port A to port B. They're not tariff consultants, and they're not going to fight with CBP to lower your duty rate. That's on you. So if you're not actively reviewing the HTS code on your invoice, you could be burning 5 to 30% of your COGS without even realizing it. This is one of the biggest blind spots we see even for seven-figure sellers. Here's the good news. Once you understand how HTS codes and tariffs work, you can make smarter sourcing decisions. That means sourcing from alternate countries when duties are lower, requesting sample classifications from a licensed customs broker before ordering, altering materials or packaging to reclassify a product under a lower rate, even splitting bundled SKUs to avoid high tariffs on one component of the bundle. We've had clients change one material, say switching from vinyl to polypropylene, and slash their duties by 18%. The key is treating landed costs like a science, not a guess, because if you're optimizing PPC but ignoring tariffs, your math is broken. At Pacific Prep, we don't just slap labels and ship boxes. We help brands manage what happens after your goods land in the US. That's where real margin protection starts. This includes things like auditing your commercial invoices to spot HTS misclassifications, flagging packaging changes that could trigger unexpected tariffs, recommending prep workflows that avoid unnecessary fees, and building SKU-specific dashboards that track your true landed cost over time. We're not customs brokers, but we work with some great ones, and we know when to raise a red flag before you lose thousands per container. Margins are tight and tariffs are real, and staying compliant while staying lean is now part of the game. If you want to audit your landed cost or prep flow, book a test shipment with us. We'll walk you through how to stay lean and compliant so your profits actually make it past the port.